Hi, guys. This is Doug Jessop with another episode of Utah Success Stories. With me today, Dr. Nicholaus Paulk. And Nicholas, you are with what group?
I'm with Rocky Mountain Associated Physicians.
Okay.
We've grown into a complete weight loss clinic, founded in 1979.
Biggest thing that medical professions like you do is to be able to give people hope. So how does your practice do that?
Well, I mean, me specifically, I just want people to know they're not alone. This is a medical problem. It's not a personal failing. If there's a failing involved, it's in the way we've all been taught to eat since we were children. And so again, a lot of that education is, hey, we can make some changes that will really help with your diet. Whether we use a medication or whether we have surgery, we can help your body to reset a lower weight set point that you can manage more easily if you continue to, avoid certain things that are really bad for your genetics. But honestly, when people come in and they realize they're not alone, they have options, and they have people that care about them who want to teach them and help them, I think that they walk out feeling a lot better about what's going to happen down the road.
Well, and I'm glad that you brought up that one thing because the reality is, unfortunately, the culture, it seems like the one group that people can still discriminate against are people that are overweight. And the reality is that, genetics, I think people are understanding genetics is playing a heck of a lot bigger part on this than people realize.
Right. We can't control our genes, but the things that we put into our body will cause certain genes to be activated or inactivated. So the biggest thing that we can do is learn which foods that are out there we should be avoiding because they're going to cause weight gain. And I mean, the top three: sugars, artificial sweeteners, which are probably the most powerful gene activators, and a lot of stimulants like caffeine, turns out. Those are the big three that we see all over in the literature as obesity gene activators.
Now, Dr. Paulk, I've had the honor of interviewing lots and lots of doctors over the years. And one of my favorite questions to ask is, okay, I know what you do, but why? Why do you do? I mean, everybody's got, something that maybe it was when you were a kid, maybe there was somebody you admired, there was some, I don't know. But why do you do what you do?
Well, I was 8 years old, sitting on my dad's knee, watching Star Trek, when I decided I wanted to be a doctor because I thought bones was cool. I mean, that's very silly. Yeah. But you know what? As I grew up, the science and math, that was kind of my thing, and so it took me in that direction. I initially came out of residency as a general surgeon, and I kind of was a bit disenchanted because a lot of my interactions were with healthy people who had a hernia or some problem, and I just kind of helped them get back on track, and then I never saw them again. When I made the transition into bariatric surgery, what I found is that there's a lot more gratification to watching someone lose 100 pounds and go for. I always ask people when they come back at their 1-year visit, what can you do now that you couldn't do before your surgery? And I've heard amazing things that you wouldn't even think about. One of my favorites is I had a guy almost tear up, and he said, "Look, I can tie my own shoes now." And for him, being able to regain that independence was a major, major issue. I've had people say, yeah, now when my family talks about going out and going on a hike or doing something, I don't get left behind all the time because now I can keep up. So that is just heartwarming, and when I hear those stories, I get I'm kind of a wuss. I might tear up a little bit or get something caught in my eye, but I love to hear it, and that's what makes my job wonderful.
With another episode of Utah Success Stories and Dr. Paulk from Rocky Mountain Associated Physicians, or RMAP, I'm Doug Jessop. We'll be right back.